Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Commodity TV and the new edition of our online interview series. We want to get an update today from Fury Gold Mines, and Tim Clark, the CEO, is here with us. Hey, good morning to Canada. How are you doing?
Morning. How are you? Good to see you.
Perfect. All good. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's time for an update because you guys are producing a lot of news and we really have to talk about. Before we start with your drill results, I saw also, and we discussed it before already, that Dolly had some good drill results and the stock was up 10%. You must be happy.
Oh, we're thrilled. I mean, they're basically had a really great drill program going. They've got 25 million left in the bank and they're really kind of going after it. But it's just what we thought. We think there's a lot of value in Dolly. We own 33% of the stock. So any upside there really, translates to our valuation as well. So we like to see it. Heclas, I know, has been watching very carefully. They surround the property. They're a likely buyer. So we're hugely supportive. We've got 2 seats on the board. So we're very involved in the drill program. And I think this is one of the bullet points that investors should really pay attention to with relation to our valuation.
Okay, super. And it might help also for future financings, right?
100%. We've got sort of $55 million invested in the company, and that theoretically, hopefully, we monetize at some point, and we can put that back into our drill program. Right now, we're sitting on 10 plus million, so we don't need to do anything right now, and we will be able to take and sell some stock come February. So theoretically, we're well financed, which is unusual for the junior space right now. So another positive.
Fantastic. Great. Yeah, then let's come to your drill results because you just brought out some here. You extended the mineralization by 330 meters to the west at Eau Claire. I think that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, it is a big deal. And so, the 2 targets that we've really been excited about were Percival and the Hinge. We're waiting for drill results in Percival, but the Hinge came back. We got 3 holes back. And effectively, it proved our theory is right, that we hit the apex there. And effectively, we've got 1 meter at 20.6 grams, 17 meters at 1.29 grams. So we're showing width and grade. And that's a huge deal for us. And it extends the resource out 20% more. And obviously, we're going to keep drilling. We got another hole pending. That's another 100-meter step out. But when you extend your resource by 20% or almost 1,000 feet out to the west, it's a big deal because we know there's more there, and it's exactly what we were hoping to hit.
Fantastic. Yeah, you said it already, 20% more in the area. Would that hopefully mean 20% at least more resource than in ounces?
That's the point. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We're 1.27 million ounces there, and the goal is to get to 2 million. That doesn't include what we've done, what was been historically at Percival. It doesn't include what we did last year. It doesn't include anything that we've done this year. So we're going to get a resource update probably in 2023. My hope is that we're going to show a real clear pathway to that 2 million ounces, and the bigger companies are going to want to pay attention because specifically where we are in the James Bay region, there's really good access of roads. There's hydropower that's coming off the one of the largest projects in the world. And it's really attractive on an economic basis once you get up to 2 million ounces. So we're closing that gap pretty quickly.
Super. I saw also you're halfway through your 2022 drilling program. So how many more meters you are drilling? And I had a little bit the feeling when I read through your press release, you are very excited about the core you saw so far.
Well, so yes, we're looking at 15,000 meters. There is our target for the project for the year. We may extend that into the fall. Well, that was just our initial take. We're over halfway done. But as you know, the assay results have really been pushed back again 7 or 8 weeks. So the majority of our results are just not in yet. And I think one of the reasons some investors were wondering, when we were going to put out results this summer. It took us an extra 6 weeks to really get them because of the delays. But again, we think that our best results are in front of us. Percival specifically is at 14 kilometers to the east of the Eau Claire proper. There's historic drilling there. We've got 3 holes that we've put down. We've hit intercepts in all of them. We like what we see in the mineralization. We're excited to get those results back. There's no guarantees, but when you see what you were hoping to see, that's a really good, encouragement to us that we're going to have some success. So we're waiting for those results, and we have that one more hinge result that's coming out. And then we have some drill holes in the North Limb. The North Limb is real exploration. I think, as people got to remember, is that it's all the mineralization that we've had is on the southern side of this deposit. And stepping over to the north, it could open things up a lot. There was one historic drill hole there that gave us some, indication that it's worth taking a look at. So again, we're not banking on our first drill holes to get there, but if the way the stratigraphy is set up, it's really encouraging that this could open up. So we're looking at a lot more drilling, that excitement, I think, in the second half of the year. And, we're ready to go.
Super, ready to go. I always like that. It looks like also you're ready to go now with your joint venture interest in Éléonore South, because Newmont and Fury have now got the 100%, and you guys are in the driver's seat. You are the operator. So we had already a question from a viewer who said, or who's asking, hey, why is Newmont not doing that by themselves, and why is Fury the operator?
No, that's a great, that's a great question. And I've actually asked, we have another large producer that's invested in us outside Newmont. And I've asked both of them and Newmont, is your goal to be an exploration sort of side of your business? And they said, look, we don't want to do that work. It's very tedious work. We have a real, great team. In fact, a bunch of them used to work at Newmont. And they would prefer that we operate that and go after it. We can punch above our weight, and it gives them a chance to invest in the area and take a look at it. It's a real mutual benefit to both of us if they outsource that to a company like ourselves. Mm-hmm. And so as I've talked to Newmont, our goal is to align with them and be a great service and resource, not just in the Éléonore South joint venture, but over the next 5 or 10 years. This is how you build a real business. And so what I think is important is not only is Newmont interested in exploring that Éléonore South joint venture, but they're giving us a vote of confidence that they want to work with us and that we are a company that executes well. We have a vision of being the best in our class in terms of exploration. The joint venture, I was up there 2 weeks ago. It's extremely close to their Éléonore mine. It makes a lot of sense. If you have a deposit, the best place to find more gold is right next door. Yeah. And as they said to us, we know there's gold there. We just don't know how much. Indications that of the studies that we've done have given us some great targets. There's a 5.5 kilometer anomaly right in the middle of it, and we're excited to go in there. And I think, our hope was to get in there and drill at the end of the year. It looks like it's probably going to be March at this point. So, with Azimuth stepping back, it was not a priority for them. They have other projects, and that's what they should be doing. It was a win-win for everybody when we bought out their shares. But for us to maintain the operatorship and the control is essential for a junior company, because it just enables us to control the pace at which we want to go. Mm-hmm. And it gives us leverage as a bigger company wants to step in and potentially buy you later.
Exactly. That would be my next question. Where do you see the exit strategy?
Well, the exit strategy is to prove something's there, and we get no value for this in our model, zero, no value in the market. I don't know whether this is worth 20 million or 100 million, but we know it's worth more than zero. And the exit strategy is to find something there and then pass it down the line to a development company, which would potentially likely be Newmont. They've got a big mill up in Éléonore that needs to be fed. This makes a lot of sense. There was some question whether they were going to stay in the area or sell it. They've extended their mine life out another 4 to 5 years. and indications to me and the body language I see is they're not going anywhere. And why wouldn't you want to consolidate that property? I mean, it's a spectacular place when you fly in over a helicopter. There's outcroppings all around the property. It's relatively unexplored. There's a real potential for upside exploration there that's really worthy of the largest gold company in the world with Newmont.
Exactly, and I think that's already a big sign of confidence and trust into you guys, because you are in the lead, you are in the driver's seat, and if Newmont wants to work with you like that, I think it shows that you have something really real going on there, right?
Well, it's, I've had a relationship with Newmont for over 20 years on the capital market side. They're real pros. They actually spend money in the good markets and bads on exploration. They're a big believer in exploration because that's where you get real value. I know that this has been the same for other big companies. Is the biggest upside is finding gold, and we're right in a great pathway with a super partner next door to us that's basically 50.1 and 49.9% split. It should be well recognized in the market going forward now that we cleaned it up. It makes it easier for them to buy it down the road. We want to work with them, and they want to work with us, and we're really excited.
Fantastic. Really excited. That's a great final word. Tim, thank you very much for the update. I think that all looks positive. Now only the gold price has to rise where it should be, I would say.
Well, we've done our part. We've done everything we said we're going to do this past year. I do think, like you said, is that it's going to be interesting fall. I think precious metals is starting to move back. We saw a bottom, and the valuations are extremely cheap on names like ours who produced and added what I think is wealth generation opportunities. So
absolutely,
there you go.
Definitely. Super. Tim, thank you very much. All the best. And I have a very good feeling that we talk very soon.
Excellent. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Have a great week.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tim Clark from Fury Gold Mines. Yeah, you heard it. Things are going extremely well. Halfway through the drill program, they extended the resource mineralization, and all looks really, really great with the company. They are well financed. They are now in the driver's seat with the joint venture with Newmont together for Éléonore South. That's also a real big sign of trust from the Newmont side, and probably maybe also a fantastic exit strategy in the future. And don't forget, they own $50 million Warden shares, which is a great financing tool for the future, especially when gold and silver is doing what we always predict that we see in the short term, $2,300 for gold and well over $30 for silver. So things are very well, but the share price is still cheap in Fury Gold Mines. They are really heavily undervalued for what the company has. So I really advise have a very, very good look at Fury Gold Mines. I'm a shareholder in the company, and I'm happy to be there. So thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Austria today.